Okay, so today we're going to be unboxing and installing a new Kubota LA526 grill guard. This is made by Kubota for this tractor and this loader. So we're going to go ahead and open this box up. Pretty standard stuff. And you know, the great thing about ordering a grill guard direct from Kubota means that it's going to be a really easy install. There's not going to be much to it. Let's take a look and see what we got in the box here. Looks like I'm going to need a pair of scissors, so I'm going to have to be right back on that and check out. We can open up all this stuff in a second. So here's the instruction manual. This is probably going to be pretty simple, I would think. It's literally a page. So right now we're looking at an M8 bolts. So we got to go grab our drill. Looks like a wrench, and we will be back. Okay, like I said, instructions are really easy. For those of you that are interested, the part number is 7J3114300-3. Bring it right here. I'll leave it in the description of the video if you guys are interested. Just to let you know, this does not fit the LA525, which is a very common loader on this L2501 Kubota tractor. We had the option for the 526 or the 525 when we purchased the tractor. I decided to go with the 526. It's the newer loader. It can actually lift just a little bit more than the old loader, and it came with this brush guard. This was part of the research I did. I really wanted a brush guard, and I didn't want an aftermarket one, although there are a lot of great aftermarket ones. I wanted one from Kubota. I want to keep this thing as Kubota as possible. I really don't want to put a bunch of different attachments on it. And that's the great thing about Kubota, is that Kubota makes everything themselves. So everything that goes into this tractor is made by Kubota. So anyway, if you guys have an LA525, unfortunately you're not going to be able to use this grill. But I will leave the part number in the description of the video if you guys are interested. I know this is fairly new. In fact, my dealer said they had to look it up just to even order it. But this was a couple months ago, so I'm wondering if it's become more popular. This was right after the show down in Georgia when they announced this brush guard. So one of the cool things about this particular brush guard is it has light protection on it. So this will actually protect the side of the light. This is really important for your tractor, because you know, not only are you trying to protect the radiator, you're also trying to protect your lights if you do any type of evening work or early morning work. It's going to come on the left side and a right side. Pretty self-explanatory. We'll leave this one in the bag. Also, I did some measuring. These are 12 millimeter nuts, M8 bolts. They don't tell you it's a 12 millimeter, but I have my 12 millimeter wrench. Also have my DeWalt outfitted with a 12 millimeter socket here. So we're all set with that. So if you guys are looking to install this, you're going to definitely want a 12 millimeter socket and or wrench. But the M8 bolts will lock into the already established grill on the loader. So let's see how cool this is. This is like what a lot of people look at when they're looking at grills. You know, they want it to look cool, they want it to look awesome. I also want it to function. So this is going to be the real test of how well this thing looks. I think it looks pretty cool. So it's got the new Kubota logo on there. They redesigned it, I think, about a year ago or so. Looks really awesome. I'm really excited to get this on the tractor. I think it's going to add a little bit of beef to it. I think it's going to look really cool. I think Kubota did a really good job designing this. I think they stepped into a market that was being taken advantage of on their tractors because they weren't putting out standard grill guards, and I think they woke up to the call and they did a really fantastic job building this. And again, we're not affiliated with Kubota. I'm just really impressed with how it looks. I've seen some of the other brands and they look good too, but I really like how it's got everything Kubota related to it. So it's orange and black, just like the tractor, exact same paint because it's Kubota's paint. So I'm really excited. So let's go ahead and install this. It's not going to take much, just a few bolts, and a few nuts, and we're gonna be ready to go. So let's get this thing on the tractor. This is gonna be a breeze to install. Again, that's why I went with this Kubota L526 loader, is because it's made by Kubota, and this thing's already pre-drilled for everything. You know, that just snaps in. So while you're doing that, the instructions, the one page, says that you just kind of snap it in. There's a left hand and a right hand guard. So before we go and start putting on the light guards, just want to show you all the hardware that comes with it. I'm going to put it in my pocket just to make it way easier to do this. So we've already snapped in the Kubota grill. Now what you're going to do is you want them to fold outward. So they're going to line up with the square. They're going to fold outward. There's that. So you're just going to hand tighten for now. That's what the instructions say anyway. So we'll get another bolt, another nut, and another washer. Rinse, repeat. I mean, this couldn't be any easier. So Kubota definitely put a lot of thought into this as they designed this new loader. And I do like simplicity. All right, so now we're gonna go to the other side. But before we do that, I guess we can probably put in that final bolt down here. Drop it, I'll grab it on the other side there. Same thing with this grill guard. We're gonna go ahead and line it up. Fits right in. Grab a washer. Grab a nut. Gonna rinse, repeat on it again. I mean, this is gonna take a total of maybe 5 minutes to install, which is pretty crazy. Like the instructions say to do it finger tight, but I mean, if you're confident in what you're doing, I'm sure you can just go ahead and tighten everything. But we're gonna follow the instructions for YouTube's sake. All right, so now I'm gonna grab my 12mm socket. It's at a little bit of an angle, but nothing you can't handle. And that's it. Grill is in, grill guard is in, and that's it, folks. Pretty easy stuff. I don't think it hinders anything when you're going to look at the motor, but we'll lower it for YouTube's sake. Nothing crazy. Locks in. Looks good. Looks sturdy. Easy to install. And that, folks, is the Kubota grill guard for the LA526 loader. If you guys have any questions about the grill guard, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of your grill guard. Do you have a Kubota, or do you have an aftermarket grill guard? Well, folks, that is it for today. I hope you all stay happy, healthy, and I'll see you in another video.